Magandang Huwebes ng hapon po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Lord De Vera. Para maiba, pihit tayo. Yung nakagawian, maiba muna. Presenting, binibining, Denise Tan.
Solusyon sa mga VP at Pangulo na ayaw nila. Nako, impeachment talaga. Good luck lang pagdating sa Kamara. Solusyon ng mga senador na kakasuhan. Kudeta. Kahapon, muntik-muntika na Senate President Loren Legarda. Ang matyagan, ang politika, nakaka-stress talaga. Pero totoo ba, kahapon, nasa parking lot daw ng Senado si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Simulan na ang programang Sakto Lang. All right, sufficient in form and in substance ang Afternoon Delight. Switch na tayo palagi.
Oo.
Huwag naman. Ikaw ang hinahanap-hanap ng ating mga viewers.
Ako naman ang nagsulat eh.
Oo.
Yung kumbaga yung presentation.
Ayun. O, sige.
Dapat may, next time may mga ganun-ganun pa.
Sige. Parang
Declamation.
Declamation. Yung bata ako, sumasali ako sa ganon.
Ang pusa.
Pusa pa din. Ako.
Ay,
nako.
inirecite mo rin ba yun dati? Ang pusa?
Hindi.
Okay.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam yun eh. Baka ganyan ginawa ni Barsaga dati, no? Kaya napamalas ka.
Teka lang, umpisa pa lang ng show kung saan-saan tayo napupunta. Okay, as mentioned, it is Thursday today, February 5, and ang dami talagang nangyayari na umpisa pa lang ng buwan yan. Pero today, today in history po tayo. A year ago, on this day, Sara Duterte became the first Vice President in Philippine history to be impeached by the House of Representatives. After a year kahapon, 2 impeachment complaints naman against President Bongbong Marcos were declared insufficient in substance. So nakita natin yan, actually, dito sa show, nadinig natin yung result ng complaint by Attorney De Jesus as well as yung Maza et al. Parehas ngang declared as insufficient.
Sa presidente yan, ha?
Yes, presidente. Insufficient in substance.
Baka magkahalo-halo. So, yung kahapon sa botohan, effectively dismissed. Walang mangyayaring trial, walang magpo-proceed. Ngayon, in the next few days, abangan natin kung ano naman ang magiging kapalaran nung sa Vice President. Yan.
Okay, pero madami pa tayong pag-uusapan. No? Aside from that, of course, punta naman tayo dito sa ibang photographs na pwede natin ipakita sa inyo. Punta tayo sa mundo ng sports. Pinay tennis star Alex Ayala powering through the Abu Dhabi Open quarterfinals. Ang dami na puyat dito pero worth it. She recovered from a flat start in the deciding third set to pull the rug from under Belarusian netter Alexandra Sasnovich 2-6, 6-4, 7-6. So, nangyari dyan, no third set, she was down 0-4, pero siya pa rin yung nanalo, not 7-6.
Wow.
Kaya gigil na gigil si Alex right after the win. And then what's next for Alex? It is going up against world number 11, Ekaterina Alexandrova. The Filipina sensation also plays in doubles with Indonesia's Janice Chen, and they face Zhang Shui and Christina Buxa in the quarterfinals.
Pwede pala yun, no? Gahalo-halo yung mga bansa.
Alam mo, ang tawag dito kay Janice Chen at saka kay Alex Ayala ay sibling.
Oh.
Oo, Southeast Asian siblings. Oo.
Tapos dapat may mga jewelry sila.
Ganon, pwede rin naman.
Bling.
Oo.
Pero matindi ano? O nga pala, nung una tinitingnan ko yung picture, yung nakikita po ninyo no, sa gilid ng screen. Akala ko nung una meme. So, inis po nung una, nabobobo na ako, no? Hindi ko nagigets eh.
Hindi nang gigigil
Hindi pala siya meme.
Oo.
Okay. Kasi di ba yung parang mga Drake memes, di ba mga ganyan?
Mga ganyan, may mga reactions.
May ganyan nung una, tapos may...
But she was really, punching the air. Talagang she was shouting, enjoy and celebration. Kasi grabe yung ginapang niya.
Akala ko, grabe yung Pinoy fans.
At grabe rin ang Pinoy fans. Actually, hindi, all the anchors internationally, talagang yun yung pinag-uusapan nila. Ang sabi nga, may nabasa ako, na parang every game for her is a home game. Dahil sa hatak ng mga fans.
Saan ka pa? Tapos kahapon, hinarap niya yung mga fans niya. Kinausap niya, Tagalog siya. Tapos bitin pa, gumawa pa siya ng video. O binabati yung mga fans. Iba talaga. Pero eto, ang fan nito talaga, producer natin. Mga kaira niya to eh.
Mamaya may bibirit na dito sa ano ko,
yung mga
earpiece
kanta
ko.
nito, yung mga alam na mga mahilig pumunta doon sa pag umorder ka ng isang beer ay isang pitsil yung dadating sa'yo.
Ganon?
Direk, huwag ka na magmaangan. Mhm.
Kala mo si Direk tatahi-tahimik lang yan.
Oo.
Oo.
Yung nga pag part ng do I have to say the word? Pag!
Boom.
Magsisplit na yung performer.
Ayun.
Literal na magsisplit siya at maririnig mo yung kalabog talaga sa tablang stage. At may pole sa gitna.
Ayan, ay pakita nga natin na Bryan Adams on his recent concert dito sa Manila at the SM Mall of Asia. Sabi niya, his Manila show is the best night we ever had.
Oo.
Ba?
These are the best days of my... Anong favorite Bryan Adams song?
Naku, mahina ako sa mga songs. Kailangan mong kantahin sa akin para sabihin ko, ay gusto ko yan, ganun.
Hindi mo ako maiisahan. Ano ako, uto-uto?
Hindi, ganun talaga. Pag
Ako,
tinanong
Summer
mo
of
ako,
69.
Hindi ko nga alam yung mga ganun. Kailangan mo talagang literal
Maganda
na
kasing
kantahin
lyrics
sa akin.
yung bridge, yung chorus ang ganda. Tapos, hindi lang siya referring to a specific point, pero parang ngayon, pag naririnig mo siya, parang always harks back to memory. Talagang may standing in your mama's porch, I know that we can last forever, parang ganyan.
Naku, sana may bumulong
And these are
sa
the
akin
best
yung kanta.
days of my life. Ayan.
Ah, okay. See, nung medyo tinuloy-tuloy mo, naisip ko na.
Oo. Kasi pag nilagyan ko ng konting tono, sisingilin na kita.
Masahe.
Everything I do for you. Ano pa ba yun? Marami. Tapos may isang indie performer naman, ang pangalan niya, Ryan Adams.
Oh.
Ito si Bryan Adams ay Canadian kasi ito, no? Pero distinctive yung kanyang rasp. So, marami pa ring fans ang mga 80s acts like Bryan Adams.
Yes. Oh,
Kala ko
madami
nga si
naging-
Sting kanina eh.
Nako, baka wala tayong producer noon na isang linggo kung si Sting ang nandito.
Correct.
Oo. Okay, we move on to our third feature, which would be the University of Santo Tomas main building, Arch of the Centuries, and the Carillon glowed in orange and blue
Aba.
on Wednesday in observance of World Cancer Day. So launched as part of a 3-year campaign, the United by Unique theme celebrates the individuality of every person's experience with cancer.
Ang selebrasyon na yan ay hindi lang doon sa patient mismo pero sa mga pamilya rin nila sigurado dyan. Ako, nakaka-relate ako dyan kasi iba-iba talaga ang dynamic kasi ng isang pamilya.
That's right.
So iba rin ang kanilang response to a situation. At related to this, very important, is a reminder from the NCD Alliance on the observance of World Cancer Day yesterday. Katie Dane, the CEO of NCD Alliance, said, and we quote, "If we want to reduce the cancer burden, we also need to reduce the non-communicable disease burden. It is indisputable that tobacco, alcohol, ultra-processed food, and air quality are major drivers of multiple kinds of cancers. The fight against cancer is, to a large degree, against NCDs, and prevention has to be pivotal." Yung NCDs ay non-communicable diseases.
Oo.
So, ito yung mga sakit sa puso,
Yeah.
at yung cancer. Pero, may economics din involved dito,
That's
partner.
right. Oo.
Kasi, halimbawa, hindi naman lahat ay, aminin natin, mahirap maghanap ng fresh food.
Oh, at saka
Pilipinas.
minsan mas mahal. I was gonna say
Mahal,
nga,
yeah.
'di ba? Sasabihin na yung ultra processed at paano yung mga ang kaya lang delata here and there.
Correct.
'Di ba?
Hindi lang yun.
Kapag kasyahin.
Yung air quality. It's not as if sinasadya ng mga taong pumunta sa mausok na kalye.
Oo,
di ba?
nandun talagang lahat ng mga trabaho nandun.
Okay, so prevention ang isa sa mga panawagan dito. Sa ibang bansa, yung health system nila, every year, kasama sa check-up. So, nape-prevent nila yung mga cancer sa thyroid, sa breast, lalong-lalo na. Dito kasi, aangal lang ng pagbalala na.
Actually, feeling ko nga kailangan, meron ding information drive Kasi ang nakasanayan natin dito sa Pilipinas, usually, yun nga, yung pupunta ka lang ng ospital pag talagang hindi ka na makatayo, hindi ka gumagapang ka na,
Yes.
Kasi iisipin mo, mahal, iisipin mo, wala lang, lagnat laki lang, mga ganyan. So,
pwedeng lagyan ng Vicks, matatanggal na. Si Joko yun. Early detection. Yun
Oo,
siguro.
oo.
Yan ang kulang talaga sa Pilipinas. Parang sa mga dentista rin, di ba? Pupunta ng dentista pag
masakit na yung ngipin.
Ano
Oo.
sinasabi kaya ng mami mo ba gano'n?
Hindi, usually ang recommended talaga is mga twice a year.
Kung ako sa mami mo, pag may pangpasok,
Kapalakpakan niya.
slow ka lang. Ganda na, di ba?
Pwede nga, mapakitry nga. Doon sa mga suki mo na lang ha, para...
Ano na, masakit ang? Kasi,
isang taong kang hindi pumunta, di ba?
Ganda gawin nun. Alright. So, moving on to the headlines, at this hour, beginning with the coup at the upper chamber averted. An averted coup at the upper chamber. And ano kaya ang mga nangyari, partner, ano? Okay. Supposedly, si Senate President Tito Soto, well, kinonfirm na mismo sa mga interviews na nagkaroon talaga ng power struggle behind closed doors. Okay? At ano kaya ang katotohanan? Ready na ba ang ating mojo sa Senado? Makakausap natin?
And then may VO muna tayong ipapakita.
Sige.
Oo.
Panoorin muna natin mga nangyari sa report na ito. Grabe, sobrang excited. Daming nangyari kahapon.
It was Senate President Tito Soto himself who confirmed that there was once again an attempt to replace him as leader of the Senate. But Soto said the move was blocked by his colleagues in the majority. Soto said he was not concerned despite rumors circulating yesterday afternoon that he could be replaced as Senate President. He added that he is ready to take on whatever role his fellow senators may give him.
Wala, nakakatuwaan lang namin.
Pero may attempt pa talaga, sir, na magpalit ng leadership?
Well, better ask them. Better ask them. Wala akong alam. I can do any work in the Senate. I can be majority leader, minority leader, Senate President, or even a regular senator. I have no problem with that.
The name of Senator Lauren Legarda has once again surfaced as a possible replacement for Soto. Legarda served as presiding officer and took the rostrum when the session resumed after the afternoon break. Earlier, Senator Mig Zubiri even joked about it, addressing Senator Legarda as Madam President.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Madam President, nice to see you on the yes, session resumed already, right, Madam President?
Yes, session is resumed.
Soto said they were simply having fun. But he also confirmed that there are plans for Legarda to sit as Senate President before the end of the 20th Congress. This was Soto's response when asked about the reported term sharing arrangement in the Senate presidency. Earlier, Senator Kiko Pangilinan posted a photo with several members of the majority bloc, including Legarda with a caption, "Power Sharing." After the session, the senator even posed for a group photo. According to Senator Zubiri, the Senate majority remains strong and united.
At para bigyan ng linaw lahat ng inyong mga tanong, pati na rin ang tanong of this representation, Your Honor. Kasama po natin ang kagalang-galang na si Mary Mon Reyes na siguradong-sigurado ako pagod na pagod pag-uwi kagabi sa dami na nangyari. Mary Mon Reyes, unang tanong. Ibang-iba yung mood doon sa first part sa interview kanina kay Senator Tito Sen, ano? At iba na sa yung tono niya, yung kanina, mga interviews kanina. Kahapon ba talagang nakita na nanganganib na talaga Mary Mon Reyes?
Well, Lord, Denise, ang nasabi kasi kahapon ni SP Soto was, tanongin daw yung majority bloc tungkol dito. Pagdating kasi sa liderato, the majority bloc yung nagde-decide at whether or not kung ano yung magiging posisyon niya, minority leader, majority leader, ordinary senator, tuloy-tuloy pa rin naman daw ang kanyang trabaho. Pero kasi kahapon sa plenary session, pagkatapos ng photo opportunity ng mga senador kasama yung Philippine Sports Commission, yung ilang mga atleta natin, matagal-tagal yung naging pagsuspend ng session. Nakita natin sa floor ang naiwan doon sina Senator Camille Villar, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, Senator Robin Padilla, Amy Marcos, and then later on, nung bumalik na, wala nang laman sa floor, ang bumalik ang majority, doon tumayo si Senator Lauren Legarda sa rostrum. Ang tumatayo doon yung presiding officer, usually the Senate President, at siya yung nag-resume at nag-adjourn nung plenary session. Doon, jokingly, nagsalita si Majority Floor Leader Senator Mig Zubiri na tinawag niyang Madam President itong si Senator Lauren Legarda. Pero kanina naman, nakapanayam ng media itong si Senator Loren bago siya pumunta sa hearing ng Committee on Local Government. Ang sabi niya, wala pa raw siyang idea. Kasi kaninang umaga naman, ang sinabi ni SP Soto sa isa nating sister news program, walang ng power sharing na usapin, kundi plano nilang paupuin si Senator Loren Legarda bago matapos as the first woman Senate President bago ang matapos yung term nila sa 2028. So that's after the 2027 budget. So hindi na raw yung term sharing kasi ang term sharing ibig sabihin 1.5 year, tig 1.5 years sila o kaya naman tig 1 taon sila. So ang plano nila, they plan to make her SP towards the end of her term, towards the end of the 20th Congress. Kahapon din kasi nag-post ng picture nga sina Senator Kiko, pero ang sabi niya, napagkatuwaan lang daw yun, nagkabiroan lang, nabanggit daw doon yung power sharing, pero still, pinahapyawan din naman ni Senator JV kahapon din yung naging usapan nga ng possible power sharing. Pero pinaka-latest kanina umaga, mukhang plano nilang iupo si Sen. Loren by the end of the 20th Congress.
Matindi. Kasi Mary Mon, kung tutuusin, siya yung kauna-unahang magiging babaeng Senate President. Pero, okay, nawala daw mga miyembro ng minorya kahapon. Ano ba nangyari? At si Senator Loren Legarda, kung tutuusin mo, ay hindi naman part ng minority. Siya ay bahagi ng majority. Bakit of all people, si Loren Legarda ang gusto nilang iupo?
Ito kasi yung napapabalita at nabanggit ni na Senator Ping Lacson na may mga senador daw from the minority na kumausap dito sa senadora at parang inoffer yung leadership. Pero ang sabi naman kanina ni Senator Loren, kakausapin niya raw muna si SP Soto doon sa planong paupuin daw siya kasi wala pa raw siyang idea tungkol dito. Yung tungkol naman daw sa mga senador na nakakausap niya kahapon, ang sabi ni Sen. Loren dito, people come and see them every time. Pinag-uusapan naman daw nila iba't ibang mga bagay, mga advocacy, yung mga panukalang batas daw nila dito sa Senado. So medyo breadcrumbs pa lang din yung binibitaw ng senadora patungkol dito.
Okay, meron man pero they talk about their plans up until 2027 na parang alam nila na sila pa rin yung mayorya hanggang sa taon na yun. Where's that confidence coming from?
Ang sabi kasi ni Dennis ni SP Soto, he continues to serve. It's still his service as a pleasure ng kanyang mga katrabaho, ng colleagues niya. So far, ang alam niya naman kasi last time na nakausap din ng media tungkol dito, wala pa naman daw kumakausap sa kanya tungkol sa kudeta. Ang alam niya, stable pa naman ang majority. Since majority rin naman ang nagde-decide kung magkakaroon ng change of leadership. So far, wala namang nangyaring pag-kudeta. Nag-post pa ang majority na sinasabing yung photo nila, they are staying strong, they are staying solid, pushing back against rumors at focusing daw sila sa mga priority na mga kailangan trabahuin dito sa Senado. So far, ganun yung katayuan ng majority sa mga nakausap nating senador. Pero kanina naman, natanong din ng media si Senator Loren kung still stable ba ang majority. Walang naging sagot ang senadora kung di ngumiti lang siya. So still, iyan yung isa sa mga abangan natin, especially pag dumating na ang plenary session sa susunod na linggo. Kasi kailangan pa rin lagi bago magkaroon ng change ng kudet, ng liderato, pagbobotohan pa rin yan. So 13 votes ang kakailanganin majority para magka-change of leadership.
Mary Mon, okay, nagpa-interview kanina sa isang stasyon si Senador Ping Lacson at nagkwento siya, nung weekend daw, kinausap niya raw talaga, nung Sunday ata. Tapos yun na nga, doon niya nalaman. Tapos, yung playtime nila, yung pag-upo ni Senator Loren, idea doon ni Ping Lacson yun. Would you believe? Idea doon, expect mo baka kay Tito Sen, kasi komedyante naman dati, di ba? Sobrang boring baka hapon sa Senado at bakit gano'n ang mood nila, parang pinagtripan nila yung mga tao. Pero hindi yan ang tanong ko. Two-part question. Una, anong kinalaman nung draft report na kumalat ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee na sinabi ni Ping Lacson, alam niya kung sino raw ang nagpakalat, wink-wink, mukhang nasa staff daw ng isang senador na ang initials ay LL. Hindi Loren Legarda. Alam mo na kung sino yon, no? Pinakalat. Tapos tataka siya, paano napunta sa kanya yun? Hindi naman siya binigyan ng kopya, yung that said senator. Pangalawa, ano ang narinig mo na posibleng nangyari, bakit hindi natuloy? Pangatlong sub-question, totoo ba na nasa parking area lang daw ng Senado si Senador Bato de la Rosa?
Oo.
Okay, Lord, yung sa una, ito kasing umikot kasi nag-circulate yung draft partial report ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Nakalagay kasi sa loob niyan yung mga recommended charges na kinonfirm din ni Senator Ping na oo, yun yung, yung pinakakasuhan din according din sa kanilang magiging report. Pero still unofficial, pero kinonfirm niya yung charges against Senator Jinggoy Estrada, Senator Joel Villanueva, Senator Chis Escudero, former Senator Bong Revilla. Kasama rin dito yung mga kongresista, sina Congressman Zaldico, Congressman Mitch Cahayon Uy, even si former DPWH Secretary Manny Bonoan, even yung mga kontratista na may kinalaman sa flood control scandal. Doon din napapabalita at tinatanong din na pwede bang magresulta yung itong Blue Ribbon report na umikot sa hindi nakagustuhan ng ilang mga senador sa liderato. So pwede mamauwi ito sa isang kudeta, palitan itong si SP Soto. Sabi dito ni Senator Ping, kung mangyari daw yun, that's part of the game. He'll be taking responsibility somehow kung mangyari raw yun. Pero kung dahil nga doon lang sa mere committee report, nag-ayawan daw itong mga senador na nag-take part din naman daw, nag-participate din naman. Ang sabi na lang dito ni Senator Ping, he'll be taking responsibility somehow. Pero hindi naman daw nila pinag-usapan ni SP Soto yung possible kudeta. Ang pinag-usapan lang daw nila yung issues na nilalaman nung Blue Ribbon Committee report na umikot. And so far, yan din yung isa sa inaabangan natin na tutuklasin nga ni Senator Ping at pupuntahan niya yung opisina nitong isang senador na binabadyang baka doon nagsimula yung pag-circulate o yung pag-leak nung supposed na draft na committee report. Kasi itong committee report na to, the same night na umikot din ito sa media, nagkaroon din ng withdrawal ng pirma ng 3 senador. Ito sina Senator J.V. Ejercito, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, Senator Mig Zubiri. At ang paliwanag nila doon sa letter, kailangan pa raw nila ng oras para intindihin pa, aralin pa yung content nung report. So far, ang nangyayari, 3 pa lang yung pirma na meron si Sen Ping or 4 including siya doon sa committee report. Ikakailanganin 11 para malakad na to sa plenary, sa floor at doon na ulit mapag-usapan talaga ng sa pinal na yung committee report. Yung tungkol naman kay Senator Bato, nakakuha din kasi tayo ng ilang mga filler na kahapon din nandito ang senador. Pero sa paglilibot kasi natin, hindi natin namataan itong si Senator Bato na absent physically sa Senado since November.
Kasi nandun daw siya, dahil in case magkabotohan,
Kailangan yung boto
Yes.
niya.
dagdag siya.
Oo.
Kumbaga, yan ang malaking warm body talaga na tinatawag. Pero baka nandun na rin, kumubra na rin siguro ng sahod. Malay mo, di ba?
Kahit nasan pa man siya
O
masahod,
nami-miss
di
niya yung
ba?
mga di ba? Uy, kahapon, si Joel Villanueva dumating. May tinatanong yung kasama natin si Mian Los Baños sa kanya, no? Tungkol doon sa draft report. Hindi ko narinig yung sagot. Narinig mo ba, Mary Moon?
Lord, ang nasabi dyan ni Senator Joel, parang, who is the Blue Ribbon Committee? Kasi ang natanong dito na yung nilalaman nga kasi part si Senator Joel doon sa mga pinakakasuhan or may recommended charges. Pero yun lang yung naging short na answer ni Senator Joel. Parang sino raw ba yung Blue Ribbon Committee? Isang tao lang daw ba yun? So yun lang. Medyo naging short lang din yung sagot ni Senator Joel.
Napaka-apocryphal naman nun. Ito pa, may isa pang medyo kiskisa na naman. Part 2 or 3 na ito, Senator Ping Lacson with Rodante Marcoleta. Kasi sabi nung isang senador, yung senador Marcoleta, i-donate na lang daw yung Kalayaan Group of Islands sa China. Sabi ni Ping Lacson, hindi ko makapalagpas yan. Kasi sumagot daw talaga siya. Inabot mo ba yan,
Lord.
everyone?
And precisely, bukod kasi dyan sa naging komento ni Senator Ping, dapat din kasi sa plenary floor kahapon, isasalang din yung Senate Resolution number 256. Ito yung expressing the sense of the Senate na kinukondena nila yung pambabatikos ng Chinese Embassy sa mga opisyal ng ating pamahalaan. Pero hindi rin yun nangyari. Pero ang sabi ni SP Soto, next week naman daw, mukhang matitake up na ito. Sadyang pagbalik lang kasi kahapon nung sesyon, sa rostrum, si Senator Loren ang tumayo, nag-preside, ni-resume niya, in-adjourn din, kaya naging maikli lang din ang session kahapon. So next week, asahan natin na isasalang ulit yun, interpellation ulit yun, posibleng kung hindi pa tapos si Senator Marcoleta, ang nire-raise niya kasi talaga lagi dyan ay yung coordinates daw para maging malinaw kung ano nga ba yung West Philippine Sea, hanggang saan daw ba talaga yung WPS na dapat pinoprotektahan ng bansa. And doon natin makita kung pagka natapos daw yung mga debate, sabi ni Senator Biggs, pwede na raw hopefully mapagbotohan at umaasa si Senator Biggs na maia-adapt nila yung resolusyon.
Alright. As always, thank you for that comprehensive, pero bitin pa rin tayo sa oras sa update ang ating mobile journal. Mary Mon Reyes.
And the day after the House struck down 2 impeachment complaints against him, President Marcos is back in the public eye. He is set to attend the launching of the TESDA Skills Passport mobile application this afternoon. The digital passport aims to centralize workers' training credentials and make skills verification easier for employers. The president will also attend the Philippine Telco Summit 2026 in Pasay City at 3 p.m.
Okay. Time out muna, partner. Di ba marami pa tayong kwento sa kanila?
Madami pa
At
kaming
hindi ba babalik ang programa natin?
Tama.
Ang programa natin.
Afternoon Delight.
Yun, no?
Tutok lang kayo.
This is AP News Minute. The latest group of Palestinians returning to Gaza arrived into Khan Yunis early Wednesday. This follows the reopening of the Rafah border crossing with Egypt earlier this week. The U.S. Navy has released footage from on board the USS Abraham Lincoln as tensions between Washington and Tehran remain high. The footage, filmed in the Arabian Sea in late January, shows fighter jets taking off and the aircraft carrier taking on supplies. At least 2 people were killed in a southeastern Ukraine city as a result of a Russian strike on Tuesday evening. Local authorities said an 18-year-old girl and a boy were killed when Russian drones hit a residential area of the city. And a pricey camera became an expensive chew toy for a cheeky sled dog in Greenland, prompting a nighttime search by journalists from the Associated Press. The 360-degree camera went missing during a shoot in the Arctic Circle, and the AP crew eventually found it among sled dogs they'd been filming.
And we are still Afternoon Delight on One News. Ako po si Lourdes Vera.
Ako naman po si Denise Tan. Magandang hapon pong muli. In the news, Cavite 4th District Representative Kiko Barzaga has been slapped with another suspension. In a vote of 238 in favor and 10 against, Barzaga was again suspended without pay. The new sanction comes just 5 days after the completion of his first 60-day suspension. The House Committee on Ethics said that instead of showing reform, Barzaga's action worsened the situation. Barzaga, for his part, hit back at the House, claiming he is being used to divert public attention from corruption issues.
Yung sa sama ng loob, it's mixed because, well, ultimately, this is still pushing the issue away from the flood control, which is what we should prioritize first, and also the rampant corruption that we see within the government right now.
Meanwhile, House Majority Leader Sandro Marcos has declined to comment on the junking of the impeachment complaints against his father. He also addressed a few more issues in a rare media conference that happened on the same day President Marcos was inoculated from any further ouster efforts via Congress. More from this report.
I am not the right party, or I have no moral authority to be discussing anything to do with the impeachment of the president, given my familiar relation with him. It's best for me not to comment.
That is the response of Ilocos Norte Congressman and presidential son Sandro Marcos when asked to comment on the junking of the impeachment complaints against his father, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. This after the House Committee on Justice decisively junked the two complaints filed on January, citing both are insufficient in substance. Marcos kept a mum, saying he leaves it up to the wisdom of the committee and the other members of the House. With 42 in favor votes and 1 against for the junking of the complaint filed by attorney Andre De Jesus, and 39 in favor and 7 against to junk the second complaint filed by private individuals and progressive groups, triggering the 1-year bar rule for impeachment against Marcos Jr. The presidential son has also responded to the issue regarding allocables, or the funds that the Department of Public Works and Highways provides to congressional districts, where the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, or PCIJ, has called him top pork barrel beneficiary. He also argued that the baseline balance manage, or BBM parametric formula is the executive department's initiative, not by any members of the legislative branch.
Bilang isang mambabatas, bilang isang tao na kung ang kanyang trabaho na ipaglaban ang kailangan ng kanyang distrito, my mayors, my constituents, my barangay captains come to me with priority projects all the time.
But Marcos passed the ball to the DPWH when asked if it is just a coincidence that former Speaker Romualdez, his uncle, and the president's cousin is among the top allocable recipients.
Again, you will have to ask the DPWH that.
Marcos was also asked to comment if his bill, pushing for no work no pay scheme to lawmakers, was meant for anyone, including Senator Bato de la Rosa, who has been missing in action in the Senate, and after Davao 1st District Representative Paulo Duterte was seen present on Wednesday's House plenary session.
Ikaw naman nag-iintriga ka lang. No. I'm not singling anyone out. It hasn't been passed. Gumagana na. No, no comment na lang.
Kapatid Arles de los Santos, we are One News.
Here now is a quick rundown of more stories on One News. Philippine inflation rose to 2% in January 2026 from 1.8% in December 2025. Last month's inflation rate was lower than the 2.9% recorded in the same period the year prior. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the increase in overall inflation was mainly driven by faster price growth in housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels. A total of 190 Filipinos who fell prey to human trafficking in Cambodia have safely returned to the Philippines. They arrived aboard a chartered flight that landed at the NAIA Terminal 1 in Pasay City on Thursday morning. The Department of Migrant Workers said the number of repatriates from Cambodia has now reached 877 since 2022. spokesperson for Vice President Sara Duterte's defense team, Attorney Michael Poa, has denied reports that Mary Grace Piatos will be presented. That's if Duterte's impeachment complaint reaches the Senate. Poa said he has not made any such statement nor confirmed or announced any course of action. Mary Grace Piatos was previously listed as one of the alleged recipients of confidential funds from the Office of the Vice President. And Tropical Storm Bashang further accelerates as it moves closer to eastern Mindanao. It was last spotted 295 kilometers east of Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur with winds of 65 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 80 kph. Bashang's center is forecast to make its initial landfall over Surigao del Sur tonight. It may also pass close to or make another landfall over Siquijor and the southern portion of Negros Oriental by tomorrow afternoon. As of 11 a.m. today, signal number 2 is up over parts of the country. Signal number 1 is also raised over areas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Meantime, a blue alert has been raised over the entire city of Cebu as authorities prepare for possible effects of Tropical Storm Bashang. And for the details, we have our man in Cebu, Dale Israel. Dale, kamusta ang panahon dyan? And tell us about the preparations of the local government.
May hapon, Lord and Denise. As of today, there has been no rainfall across the entire Metro Cebu since yesterday. However, the sky remains cloudy and there are occasional gusts of strong winds here in Cebu City. It's a precaution against possible effects of Tropical Storm Bashang. Acting Cebu Governor Glenn Socro has implemented a suspension of classes at all levels in all public schools. The same measure has also been implemented in the neighboring province of Bohol after Governor Aris Sumentado declared the suspension of classes at all levels there. According to reports, there are large waves in various parts of Central Visayas, resulting in the cancellation also of trips to several destinations. These include trips to Camotes, Leyte, Bohol, Bantayan Island, and Negros Oriental. According to the Philippine Coast Guard, the number of stranded passengers has reached 632 across 16 ports throughout the province of Cebu. There are also more than 120 sea vessels taking shelter in the ports, while the number of stranded cargo ships in the region has reached 409. In connection with this, Cebu Governor Pamela Banicuato also cut short her trip to Fujian, China due to the storm and is now on her way back to Cebu. The governor was supposed to attend meetings regarding waste to energy and traditional medicine, but she left her staff in China to attend the meetings instead. Back here in Cebu City, the Disaster Management Office has already repositioned teams, one in the north and one in the south, to respond to possible flooding. As we remember, in the previous typhoons, a lot of houses were flooded and several people have died. There are also free buses or bus rides starting 4 p.m. today to ferry stranded passengers. There are about 7 to 8 buses flying the north and south districts. The Metro Cebu Water Districts is also on alert with repair teams as well as Design Electric Company. Authorities continue to remind the public to remain vigilant and to avoid sea travel for the time being due to the bad weather brought by Pasya. Back to you, Lord Andy.
Oh, I'm sure, no, marami ng lessons na maaring natutuhan ang mga re-responde.
Oo.
No? Kasi itong bagyo na ito daw ay not so much wind, no? Pero marami raw dalang ulan. So dapat yung pag-ingatan talaga. Alright. May tanong ka pa kay Dale?
Parang nabanggit na ni Dale eh. Sige.
Okay. Dale, ingat kayo dyan at maraming salamat. Ingat mga taga-Sugbo. Thanks, Dale. Dale Israel.
At this point, we also give you a quick look at stories from our media partners. The Philippine Star is reporting about the resignation of Edvic Yap as representative of ACT-CIS party list. The House plenary was informed of the decision on Wednesday, February 4, right before session adjourned. Yap did not give a reason for his quitting, though he is one of the lawmakers being investigated for his alleged ties to questionable flood control projects. Edvic's brother, Benguet Congressman Eric Yap, is also being tagged in the issue. Meantime, Business World has an article on the 8.18 billion peso loan agreement between Japan and the Philippines to rehabilitate the MRT-3. This was announced by Foreign Affairs Department Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro, who said the loan will restore the train line to its quote as design condition. The loan, with a repayment period of 40 years, will cover, among others, replacement of MRT-3's mainline rails, overhaul of train vehicles, upgrade of tracks, signaling system, communication system, and various maintenance and station facilities. The rehabilitation is expected to be completed by October 2029. Now, for more details of these stories, you can visit the social media pages of the Philippine Star and Business World. Do check out as well the social media platforms of One News PH for the very latest news.
On to another story. There's a gentle warning against the now viral money hunt challenge, with it sometimes turning dangerous for participants. And more than that, experts believe that the activity reflects a rather disturbing social imbalance. The News 5 correspondent Mon Gualvez reports.
Ayun na!
Sa videong ito, makikitang nagtatakbuhan ng grupo ng mga lalaki sa gilid ng isang sasakyan. Nadaganan na nga nilang isa't isa sa pagmamadali. Pakay kasi nila ang kahong ito na may nakadikit na pera.
Nakuha niya na. Okay, bibigyan ko na lang kayo. Sige, si tatay yung nakauna talaga. Sige.
Sa isa pang video, halos magkasakitan na ang dalawang lalaking ito. Makuha lamang ang pera sa likod ng isang poster. Ito ang Money Hunt Challenge na patok ngayon sa social media. Pinuntahan ng News 5 ang grupo ng magkakaibigan sa Cabuyao, Laguna na pawang vloggers na rin sa lugar.
Gusto ko po makapagpasaya ng mga tao tsaka makatulong sa iba, sa mga walang-wala. Kami po yung superhero nila.
Isa sa kanila, si Efren Banal, aka Kuya JR Vlog sa Facebook. Hindi kalakihan ang kita niya sa pagiging delivery rider. Pero minsan na siyang natulungan ng content creators. Kaya ang pangako niya sa sarili, tumulong din sa iba.
Kasi hindi naman po tayo mapera, kumbaga pag may natitira po sa sahod ko, siya ko naman pong i-share din sa mga followers ko. Kasi yun po yung naranasan ko nung nakarang taon na kailangan ko talaga ng pera at pambili ng bigas.
Inabangan namin ang paglapag nila ng pera sa isang kalsada sa Cabuyao. Tinago nila ito sa ilalim ng mga bato. Pagka-post nila kung nasaan sila, abay wala pang 5 minuto, may mga naghahanap na sa lugar. Ang mga nakatanggap, labis ang pasasalamat.
Bira kang makakapulot ng gantong pera. Opo. Kaya napakalaking tulong ng mga vlogger po.
Aminado, mga nakausap naming vloggers, nakikinabang din sila dito. Kaya bilang ganti, minsan nga raw, grocery items ang pinamimigay nila kapalit ng hahanaping pakulo ala Bring Me. Sabi ng mga eksperto, likas daw talaga sa mga Pilipino yung pagiging matulungin. Mas lumakas nga raw ito nung pandemya kung saan mas naunawaan yung pakiramdam ng walang-wala at may kakayahang din na tumulong sa kapwa. Para sa sociologist si Dr. Gerald Abergos, entertaining ang Money Hunt Challenge. Pero nakababahala raw na mas napapakita nito ang power imbalance at lumalalang sitwasyon ngayon ng kahirapan sa lipunan. Dagdag pa nga ni Doc Abergos, baka mawala na ang sinseridad sa tunay na pagtulong.
The point here is, para saan yung ginagawa? Is it really sa pagtulong sa tao? Is it really for entertainment? Is it for views? Nanonormalize natin na naaapi ang mga mahihirap. Nanonormalize natin na bago sila matulungan, maghirap muna kayo, hanapin nyo muna to. Para bang pinaghahabol natin sa yung manok na pinaghahabol mo sa patuka?
Hiling ni Doc, wag sana masangkalan ng dignidad ng isang taong nais matulungan. Baka raw kasi ang ending, mapahiya ang iba, lalo na yung nakipag-agawan at hindi naman nakakuha ng pera sa bandang huli.
That's so degrading. Just because it's just a game. Now, kung titignan natin gano'n, manonormalize kasi na, yung mga mahihirap na yan, kaya lang ano yan, kasi hindi na nagtatrabaho yan, maghihintay na lang yan ng money challenge at yun na lang ang gagawin nila, yun na nakakaawa yung mga mahihirap natin kasi nagbabago rin ng perspective ng karamihan na hindi lahat ng mga mahihirap ay ganun.
Sa huli, paalala ng mga eksperto, malaking bagay ang ganitong uri ng challenge para mabuhay ang bayanihan spirit o pagtutulungan. Pero kung nagagamit na rin ito para pagkakitaan, mukhang ibang usapan na raw yan.
Siguro magkaroon ng version yan na
ano?
medyo upscaled.
Ano?
Maleta na puro pera. sa batasan sa Kongreso. O sa DPWH, hagis mo.
Yun na ng pag-aagawan.
Papatayan sila, mag-aagawan sila tuloy.
Hindi, pero sana kung gusto nyo pong tumulong, iabot nyo na lang ng
Obviously,
maayos.
hindi yun pagtulong kapag may...
Yun na nga meron
Parang
kasing
mas
mga videos.
priority yung to get traction, social media.
Hindi, pero either way, if you want to record it, pwede rin naman na kung gusto mo talaga i-record, edi iabot mo na lang. Hindi na parang nakikipag-agawan pa yung, oo.
You wanna see the struggle is real? Parang gano'n, di ba?
Hindi, yung iba kasi yun talaga ang dahilan eh. Pero wag naman sanang dumating pa dun sa, yun nga, yung sinasabi, no, nasa video pa na nakikipag-agawan yung mga kapatid natin.
Oo, walang dangal yun.
Oo.
Oo, talagang degrading naman yun. Yun na lang pag-agawan nila yung Senate seat.
Kung gusto nila, kung umupo ang sinong gustong umupo, okay,
Right.
sige na nga.
Pagawa ng maleta.
Again, this is Afternoon Delight on One News. You just need to pause for another break. We'll be right back.
This is AP News Minute. President Donald Trump said he and Chinese President Xi Jinping discussed Iran during a call amid U.S. efforts to isolate Tehran. They also addressed key issues in the U.S.-China relationship, including trade, Taiwan, and Trump's planned April visit to Beijing. Border Czar Tom Homan says the Trump administration is cutting immigration enforcement officers in Minnesota after state and local officials agreed to turn over arrested immigrants. About 700 of the roughly 3,000 federal officers deployed across Minnesota will withdraw. The Washington Post is laying off 1/3 of his staff across all departments. Executive editor Matt Murray announced the changes during a Zoom meeting, informing newsroom employees they would receive emails indicating whether their roles would be eliminated. Armed extremists killed at least 162 people in attacks on the villages of Woru and Nuku in Kwara State, Nigeria, according to a local lawmaker. The assaults were attributed to the armed Lakurawa group linked to the Islamic State.
Afternoon Delight is the name of the show. Thank you for staying with us. And our Delight of the Week, ang paborito, kahapon pa gigil si Denise dito. Nung pinasok ko, naglaway na agad ang babae. Like Pavlov's dog.
Sobrang na. Okay. Sige, sticking to the theme of the week, adobo po. Adobong chicken feet.
First time ko makakatikim nito.
Ako rin, oo.
Kasi yung nasanay ako sa asado. Pero bago tayo magpatuloy, thank you, Marion Laja and Lulut. Sorry
Oo.
yung napunta sa akin yung pansit eh. So, babawi na lang ako at papalitan ko in time. Kasi inubos namin eh.
Ni Kuya Bitong.
Sarap!
Nako.
Ano to?
Ano?
Mandaluyong din eh.
Oh, yung pinagkuhanan.
Yes, start with tongons ba yun? Tog. Basta.
Pero,
Okay,
pero sana next time mag-message sila para
Pumunta siya sa kabilang building kasi. Sabi nung guard, uwi na raw ako.
Ayun lang, nandito lang tayo.
Sabi ko, ibang building. So sabi ng guard, sabi naman ni Mario, paano mo yun? May programa pa yun ng 2:00. I should know. Sorry. Babawi tayo kay Marion.
Yes.
Lalabas natin. Makikitain natin sila bago sila umalis at bumalik sa Burbank, California. Yay!
Sige, balitaan nyo kami.
Sige nga.
Kung titikman ko to.
Doon sa asado chicken feet, ano ba yung mga nakikita mo na.
What do you mean? Gusto ko
Walang
lang
black beans, ano? Walang black beans. Ayoko yung
Wala
black
ba? Parang meron yun sa mga natatry ko.
Ang chicken feet,
Gusto ko to kasi collagen. Ay,
classic
sorry.
example ng nose to tail
Ayan.
eating
Sorry,
or
Direk.
cuisine na walang nasasayang, walang tinatapon.
Oo. Tikim na ako.
Pwede.
Masarap.
Subtle flavors. Medyo spicy. Very good.
Naku.
Parang birang kailangan ito. Good luck sa singaw mo.
Oo nga eh.
Hop. Alam mo ba,
Naramdaman ko na yung
fairly recent ko lang natutuhang paano kumain ito.
Talaga?
Siguro mga last 20 years. Mga ganyan.
Grabe naman yung fairly recent.
Kasi yung bata ako, di ako marunong...
Ay, ako rin naman, nung
At
bata.
hindi ko nakikita yung charm. Ba't nila gustong gusto to? Parang, yun pala.
Ako nung sinabi sa akin na collagen, sabi ko, go.
Ako sinabi sa akin, isipin mo kumakain ka sampalok, tapos ang usapan. Ganun lang pala eh. Paano ka ba kumakain ng sampalok? Di ba ganun? Parang, i-spit out mo yung seed. So, ganun din. Spit out seed.
Okay.
Okay. Cambio tayo, baka kung saan pa mapunta yung seed. Ganun.
Okay, on social media, itong ating mga storya, no? On the Philippine Star via Live, some suggestions on where to celebrate the Chinese New Year.
Saan pa? Okay, sabi yan, saan nga ba ang mga lugar na okay mag-celebrate? Of course, number one sa Binondo, di ba? Tama nga ba?
Pero meron din sa well, Binondo, yes, it's always, with Binondo being the oldest Chinatown, di ba? Lahat ng Chinese food, lahat ng traditions, mga pampaswerte, dun mo talaga makikita lahat. Okay.
Sa QC meron din, Banawe.
Banawe, tama. Teka, kailan nga ba ang Chinese New Year? Nawala na sa isip ko kung Feb 17.
Ano ulit apelyido mo?
Tan. And nagbabago-bago naman kasi. Oo, may excuse naman ako. Hindi naman siya katulad nung January 1 na yun at yun.
If you're feeling a bit historical, yung Bahay Chinoy sa Intramuros, no? Explore ninyo yung ating Filipino-Chinese ancestry.
Ngayon.
The Chinoy is a unique species. Ba? Oo, seryoso.
Oo. Okay.
Kasi hindi siya taga-mainland. Pero yung kultura niya ay iba na.
May halo na eh. Kasi nga pati ang salita, iba na rin.
Lahat tayo.
Diba? Pagkain, iba. Oo.
May porsyento. At makita nila yung kasaysayan, pati na rin, Diyos ko, sibog.
Okay, sige. Planuhin na po kung saan mag-celebrate ng Chinese New Year at malapit-lapit na. Pero ito.
Para kumita yung mga nagpupungsoy.
At saka, baka gusto nyo ng mga pampaswerte. Wala
Correct.
namang mawawala sa inyo, di ba? Ito na lang
Pera nyo lang.
Pera nyo lang. Pero baka mas malaki ang kapalit, so why not? Ito po, on Business World Online, it's Pasinaya 2026. At dahil Arts Month, the Cultural Center of the Philippines, o CCP, offers Pasinaya 2026 Hop-On, Hop-Off Tour Paseo Museo. Slated for February 7 and 8, visitors who register for CCP Pasinaya can take the free shuttle provided by the Museum Foundation of the Philippines at the terminal along Vicente Soto Street and explore 19 museums and galleries across the two cities. Grabing 19, It follows a pay-what-you-can scheme. The participating venues are Adamson University, the Asian Institute of Maritime History, Bahay Chinoy, Baluarte de San Diego, Calle Wright, Casa Manila, Centro de Turismo, Museo de Intramuros, GSIS Museo ng Sining, the Manila Clock Tower Museum, Museo Pambata, Museo of Contemporary Art and Design, the National Museum's Anthropology, Fine Arts, and Natural History Complexes, the NCCA Gallery, PWU, SFAD's
Jose Conrado
Benitez Gallery, that's right, and UP Manila's Museum of a History of Ideas.
Okay.
Ang dami niyan.
Wag niyong tangkain na lahat yan ay pupuntahan ninyo. Kasi masisira ulo niyo at wala kayong ma-absorb. Piliin niyo lang yung feeling ninyo ay interest ninyo.
Anong ang recommendation sa ganyan, Lord? Kunyari, you plan multiple museums in a day.
Kasi-
Tatlo, ganyan?
Halimbawa, yung National Museum lang, tatlo yan sa isang complex. May fine arts, may history, at may yung sa Antro, no? Kailangan mo isang buong araw para doon. In fact, yung sa fine arts pa lang, isang buong araw, pwede kang tumambay doon at feeling mo hindi mo pa rin siya ma-absorb lahat eh. So, pumili kayo ng interest niyo talaga kung gusto niyo. Yung Museum of Ideas, interesting yan, ano? Hindi pa ako nakakapunta
Ako
dyan.
rin, oo. Sige.
Yung MCAD, iba rin yung contemporary art yan. Isa may binild naman yan. Interesting itong ano nila. So, wag nyo nasayangin yung pagkakataon. Imbis na mag-mall, punta na sa museum.
May ano pa, may temptation pa of gastos-gastos pag nasa mall ka.
Yes.
Ito, walang mawawala sa'yo, meron ka lang matututunan.
Diba? Si Denise nang nag-offer talaga yan. Talagang gusto mo talaga.
Ako yung sakay na. Okay, sige, punta muna tayo sa susunod na storya. Authorities are warning the public to stay alert this Valentine's season amid the rise in online romance scams. News 5 correspondent Ian Suyu reports.
May backstory, may drama, at mabubulaklak magsalita. Kung ganyang klase ang manliligaw, kahit pa call or text yan, marami talagang mabobola. Pero ingat, dahil naobserbahan ng Scam Watch Philippines at Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center na dumarami na ang ganyan na scammer pala. Ang gamit nila, Artificial Intelligence o AI, pero hindi mo agad mabibisto.
Before they sound like robots, okay, hanggang ngayon meron pa rin konti pero mas nag-improve na sila kasi gumagamit na sila ng AI. 'Di ba? Nung lumabas yung generative AI, naging active yung generative AI 2 to 3 years ago, 1 to 2 years ago, nag-improve na sila.
Kuhang-kuha raw tayong mga Pilipino ng AI scammers dahil madalas TMI tayo o too much information.
Because Filipinos are oversharing when it comes to their experiences, when it comes to their feelings. Malungkot ka lang, ina-announce mo na sa buong mundo malungkot ka. The scammers know the calendar of the human heart.
Sa ngayon, may 6 daw na pinakaginagamit sa love scam. At syempre, bawal ang ma-fall. Number 1, yung mga sad boy o sad girl. Sa sobrang paawa, nag-online limos na nga. Pero dahil mahal mo na, sibigay ka naman. Number 2, the seducer. Dadaanin ka sa sexy photos, magpapalitan kayo, tapos ang ending, blackmailing. Aray mo! Love scam number 3, the investor. Ito yung kunwari afam silang mayaman at dahil bet mo rin ma-achieve ang ganyang lifestyle, si invest ka naman sa peking crypto. Love scam number 4, the serviceman. Dito, target ang matatandang babae pero mayaman. At ang manliligaw kuno, mga sundalong foreigner. Number 5, the escort. Sila yung willing daw makipag-meet up pero papa-money transfer muna. Yun nga lang, no-show sila. Aray mo ulit. Pang-anim at panghuling love scam ay yung slow burn. Ito yung masakit kasi mag-i-invest ka ng oras sa talking stage. Tapos kukunin nila ang matamis mong oo. Saka sunod na hihingi ng ipon mo. Pero aray mo na naman dahil sindikato pala sila na sa ibang bansa at hinuhut-hutan ka lang talaga.
Noong nakaraang taon lang, umabot sa 123 love scam cases ang naiulat sa CICC. At karamihan sa mga nabibiktima dyan ay yung gumagamit ng mga dating applications o websites sa paghahanap ng kanilang ka-forever na foreign national o yung tinatawag na mga AFAM. Pero ang ending, broken na ang puso, broken pa ang bank account.
Kung sa tingin ninyo kahina-hinala ang kausap ninyo, i-report kagad ang mobile number, URL o social media account para ma-block ng mga otoridad. Pwede ring tumawag sa National Anti-Scam Hotline na 1326. Ngayong buwan ng pag-ibig, huwag marupok, lalo na kung sa chat mo lang yan nakilala.
Ang totoo niyan, pag ikaw ay hiningan, tunay na pag-ibig yan. Agad-agad. Sige na. At ito na ulit ang segment na walang hihingin sa inyo, kundi dugo at pawis. Pero, I saw the signs pa rin. Today's edition, current events. Tita D, unang issue, operating hours ng government offices mula sa We Are Millennials.
Okay, I work 9 to 5. Government offices are open 9 to 5. Oo nga naman. So, ang target citizen nyo ay unemployed?
Yes. Ganun talaga. O yung mga pumupunta ng mall. Next, West Philippine Sea post mula kay political heckler Ronald Llamas. Senador. 9 Hudas line.
Ito talaga siya, no? Okay, ito last current event. Issue sa Department of Tourism. Post from FTTM.
Alin sa mga sumusunod ang kabilang as sa New Seven Wonders. Number 1, hindi ko mabasa.
Ito, Puerto Princesa Underground River to Heritage City of Vigan. C, Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco, or D, all of the above?
Ang sagot dyan ay...
Ay?
C, siyempre.
Aba.
C, see you all tomorrow.
Ayun.
Nais natin. Kasi alas 3
Alas
na.
3 na. Bawi tayo sa mga pagbati natin sa ating mga viewers. Pero yan, no? Naku. Ito ay litrato nung
Mayor pa lamang.
mayor siya sa Liloan.
So hindi naman... So kasi nungalingan yung sinasabi na mahilig siya magpa-picture.
Ito ay ano, di ba? Senior ba?
Senior
Citizen
Citizens
Card.
Card ng Liloan, Cebu.
Nabasa pa kaya ng mga senior yung benefits?
I'm sure, pero pag nakita nila yung larawan, liligaya ang araw nila.
Pampahappy.
Yun ang point yan. Because beauty does not need any justification. And I saw the signs.
Okay, that will have to do it for us this Thursday, February 5. Thank you for watching Afternoon Delight. Again, ako po si Denise Dan.
Join us again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Ako po si Lourdes de Vera. Kapatid, we are one news, all sides, all the time.
Have a delightful afternoon.
Singaw siya.